what's up, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating. Listen, today we're going to be talking about an article that I read in the Seattleites by an author named Amy Wong. And what this article was about was crazy. It was talking about the best and worst dating advice that people have gotten. And so it kind of got me to thinking. I was like, there's a lot of terrible dating advice out there. The article kind of goes into some detail, and it kind of breaks down a couple of stories and a couple of examples and things like that. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that, and I'm going to give you the rebuttal to some of the bad advice that you have probably gotten. So we're going to hop into that right now. Let's get it. Hey guys, wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you're getting value out of this channel, subscribe to the channel, man. Look, we want to be able to get you this information as rapidly as possible. And I think the best way to do that is if you hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, leave a thumbs up, man. Drop a comment on what you think about the video or a video that you want us to touch on. Give us a topic, throw us a question. We're always happy to do that, okay? And another thing too is, if you know somebody that needs to see this kind of content, this kind of information, share it with them. Let them know that this information is available to them, all right? We're gonna hop back into the video. Let's go. Number one, bad dating ideas, all right? So one of the things that was talked about in this article was a few different situations that people found themselves in or being invited to for a first date. And one that kind of stood out to me was this lady was talking about how this guy was inviting her to go to a garbage dump and shoot rats for their first date. Now, as exciting as that may seem, all right, there's much, much, much better ideas. And we got a whole playlist on great date suggestions, great date ideas, that don't cost a lot of money, that you can go out, meet, say you meet it with a girl, or you meet her on Tinder or at the mall or wherever. Look, these date ideas, and I'm going to give you one that really stands out to me, one that I really like, is finding a stable that's close to you. Now, look, I live in Detroit, in the city proper. Where I'm standing right now is Detroit, Michigan. No more than 4 or 5 miles from here is a horse stable. It's the Detroit Police Department horse stable. You can go there with a sack of apples. You can go there with some carrots, sugar cubes, whatever you'd like. Walk up to these horses, you can pet them. It's a lot of fun, especially if you like animals. And here's the deal. All women love horses. All of them wanted a pony when they were a little girl. And so by you doing something outside of the box, something that's fun, something that's kind of adventurous, something that, no other guys are asking her to go do, just make the suggestion. Hey, listen, I like to go down and pet and feed the horses in the park. And so, why don't you come with me? I got this sack of apples right here, and we're just going to head down there and feed these horses. And they're like big, majestic horses too, man. They're not like some little pony type horses. These things are massive. And it's just a lot of fun. They like to act up. They like to play around, all that kind of thing. That's just one of the date ideas that are in that playlist. So go check that out and watch that right from the first, okay? And work your way down, because there's a ton of great ideas there. All right, we're gonna get into number 2. Let's go. Number 2, the guy proposed on the 3rd date. All right, so this guy meets this girl. He gives her a Bible on their first date, I believe, if I remember correctly what I read. Gives her a Bible with her name inscribed on the front, and look, that's a little bit over the top for my taste, but here's the deal. He proposed, he gave her a ring on that 3rd date, okay? Now listen, obviously, I think most people recognize that that's way too soon to be doing something like that, and I think most people realize that, it's just not a good look to be doing that, okay? But here's the thing. What you should be trying to stay away from is coming across as needy. See, that guy proposing to her on that third date, all that screamed to her is that I need somebody to fulfill my life. I need somebody to make me whole. And that person happens to be you. So I'm going to propose marriage. Now, here's the deal. You shouldn't have to have another person to fulfill your life. You should be on your purpose. You should be heading down a path to goals and ambitions, things that you want to accomplish in your life. You know, and it's cool if you have a girl with you that wants to go down that path with you, okay? You want somebody that's an asset, not a liability, right? It's a whole lot harder if you're carrying that girl down the path, you're trudging along, and it just weighs on you, and it just makes it so much harder. But here's the thing. Ultimately, it should be about you doing it and your purpose. So therefore, look, it's like, cool, if you want to come along with me as I go down this path, I'm more than happy to have you here, all right? But just know, with or without you, I'm still going down that path. I don't need you to get down that path. It would be nice, though. You see what I mean? That's the difference. When you come across as needy, all you're telling her is that I want you to be my life. My life is not enough. You have to fill in all the blank spots in my life to make me whole. And what if she doesn't? Is he going to resent her? Right? Because nobody's going to be able to do that. Nobody. I don't care who you are. You can be madly in love. Nobody's going to fill all the voids in your life. And you're not going to fill all the voids in her life either, right? So if somebody is resentful because, hey, look, you know, I thought you were going to fill in all these voids and you didn't do it. You can't hold her to that, man. That's not her responsibility. That's your responsibility. All right, we're going to get into number 3. Let's go. Number 3, bad advice. Don't message first on dating apps. All right, this is the deal, man. Look, we talk a lot about dating apps on this channel. We talk a lot about dating in general, things like that. But you, as a man, you need to go out there and make it happen. If you're on a dating app and you match with a girl, there's a 99% chance she's not going to message you first, unless you're on Bumble. Okay, I guess that's the exception to the rule. But thing is, by and large, look, women get inundated with matches. All right, if they're attractive and even just mildly attractive, even average, it's staggering. It will blow your mind the amount of guys that are trying to match with them. They could just be like match, 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 all day long matches, right? And so here's the deal, man. Look, if you don't reach out to her, you are going to get lost in the shuffle, okay? You have to respond. You have to shoot a first message. If you're going to sit back and wait for her to message first, you're going to be waiting a long time, all right? Especially, you know, like the girls that are very, very, very attractive on there. Even if you message first, you're going to get lost in the shuffle, most likely. Chances are she won't even read it because, I mean, who has the time? I mean, that's just being realistic. It's nothing against you. Doesn't mean that you're not attractive or worthless or anything like that. All that means is, look, it's a part-time job handling all that. You know, you can't message everybody. You know, you're just gonna sit on your phone all day and just have conversation after conversation. So here's the deal, man. You need to message first, okay? And so with that, we're gonna hop into number 4. Let's go. Number 4, bad advice. Just be yourself. How many times have you heard that? And that is especially true when it's coming from a woman to a man. If you go and talk to a girl and you're like, hey, I really like this girl and I don't really know how to get her attention or anything like that, she's going to give you one of 2 answers. And we're going to handle the second one in the next tip. But for this one, just be yourself. How many times have you heard that, right? And you know what? Here's the deal. It's actually not that bad of advice, except for that many guys cannot and do not know how to communicate their best self. It's not about just being yourself. It's about being your best self, the best version of yourself. So is that when you go up and talk to her, you can communicate things about who you are. You communicate your identity, the things that you're into, the intrinsic value that you bring to the table in a way that is going to be attractive, in a way that shows her you're not needy, in a way that sparks her interest and wants to find out more about you, okay? Now, if you just walk up, hi, my name's Dale, I'm glad to meet you. You're really pretty, and I want to get to know you better, and you should really like me too because I'm a good guy. And all those things are true, okay? But it's not communicating who I am. All that's communicating is, I want to get to know you. This is my name. That should be enough. Now, she has about a 10-second, she's on the clock. She's got 10 seconds or so to sum up who you are based on what you just said. That's not enough to make any kind of decision about that. It's just not. You're never going to get the full picture of who somebody is in 10 seconds. I mean, that's just impossible. So why not present yourself in a way that is going to come across as attractive and communicate who you are, right? The best version of who you are. We're going to get into number 5. Let's get it. Number 5, bad advice. Just be confident, right? What did I say earlier? Especially when you talk to women and you try to get dating advice, you get 2 staple knee-jerk reaction answers. Just be yourself and just be confident. Okay, look, you can't just be confident if you're not confident. That's like saying to, a homeless guy, and he's like asking for money, and you're just like, well, why don't you just be a millionaire, man? Just get rich. It's like, that sounds nice, but there's a lot more to it than just be a millionaire. Come on, man, just do it. So, look, in order to be confident, you have to start having successes. You may have to start small. You might want to set your targets a little bit closer than what you initially want to do with the rest of your life, okay? But the thing is the more goals that you accomplish, the more that you're showing yourself that you can go out there and accomplish things and get things done. Look, I like to put it like this. Instead of worrying about having confidence, worry about having competence. Worry about being able to have faith in a system, being able to know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, all those things. And, lucky for you, you found this channel, and that's a lot of the things that we talk about, is those strategies and things like that. And it's not about being fake. It's not about being somebody else. It's about being authentically you, but being able to communicate that properly, which leads us back to the first one. But the thing is, man, listen, competence means that you have learned how to do something. Now it's about executing it. You can have all the head knowledge in the world, but if you don't go out there and make it happen, look, all that head knowledge doesn't mean anything, right? So here's the deal. Small chunk it. Learn how to walk up, approach, and have a conversation. Worry about dating later. Worry about being able to just hold a conversation if that's a problem for you, okay? That's how you small chunk it. The macro goal might be get a girlfriend, okay? The micro goal is what? I have to walk up and say hello. I have to walk up and have a conversation with her. I have to walk up, have a conversation with her, get her interested in me. I have to walk up, have a conversation, get her interested in me, and continue the conversation somehow. Maybe get her number, social media, whatever. But you see what I'm saying? It all starts with, I got to walk up. And look, once you're able to do that well and consistently and get really good at that, then okay, fine. Move on to the next part. Move on to being able to carry on a conversation. Okay? So that's the thing. All right, guys. So listen, like I said before, we have a whole playlist video series on great date ideas. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to that playlist. We'll link it up here. And all you got to do is go there. Click on the first one and watch them through, man. that is going to help you significantly with outside of the box date ideas that she wants to do with you. All right, so I will see you there.